them to 10 questions, except it might not even be 10.
It's probably less than that. I mean, collectively, it's probably...
We're going to call this segment Collectively Under 30 Questions.
Yeah.
Okay. The first question. I won't start. This is the only question that I'm going to start off by saying the first question.
Okay. And then the rest, you won't say the second question or the third question, right?
No.
Okay. Cool.
I'm going to say question
I'll
B,
just number it in my
C.
brain. Oh, you're going to letters. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
It's a little confusing, but
Okay.
whatever, man. Go ahead.
You have to pick 3 brands to be endorsed by. What are your choices?
3 brands. Okay. Converse, just because the Chuck Taylors were I think my first pair of shoes when I was a little baby. My parents bought me a pair of Chuck Taylors.
Out the womb with the All-Stars.
Yes, the All-Stars. Converse. Oh shoot, this is hard. Probably like Patagonia or Pendleton. I know we talked about them like last episode.
We're addicted.
My aesthetic and my personality can be boiled down to basically those 2 things. Yeah. That's all I am, is just brands. Let's see. So I have Converse, Pendleton, and then probably... Oh, man. That's hard. The third one. And then Ebbets again, dude. Just everything I already wear.
Maybe I didn't even need to ask that question.
Yeah, I feel like you could have answered.
I'm sure, like...
like, that's pretty... That's pretty
Why did I ask that? Like, I knew you were going to say Ebbets from, like, off rip.
Hey, at the end of this, we got to do the sponsor bit.
We will.
All right, now I'll ask a question.
Right now, we'll just throw in 3 of our sponsors, which are Patagonia. Do you think you would be friends with your middle school self?
Oh, that's a good question. Like me now, friends with my middle school self.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, oh, poor guy. He's on the right path, you know. He's doing what he loves. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that he's passionate about all these things. I wish him the best of luck. I'll encourage him, and I'm just like that with like people younger than me. Is I enjoy like being nice and helpful, right?
Right, and encouraging.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I'd probably be friends. I mean, it would probably be weird if I hung out with a middle schooler all the time.
Right.
At least I hope people would think it's weird.
You know what's really funny? When I was coming up with these questions, this is a side note, but I was kind of like, man, I can come up with questions so quickly because I've been through so many talking phases. I was like,
that's funny.
Wow.
I only ask like the same questions.
Yeah. I was like, man, I can come up with really good questions purely because of, the amount of talking phases I've been in. And it became depressing.
Ugh.
Okay. What is something that everyone hypes up that you have 0 interest in?
Ooh, that's a really good one. Something everybody hypes up, but I have 0 interest in. Yeah, underwear and clothing. No.
Deodorant.
Toothpaste. Brushing your teeth. Probably, honestly, dog, Hamilton. And I'm not saying that...
I am with you on that,
I'm not
bro.
saying that because I'm anti-whatever or trying to be counterculture.
If you include this in a podcast, I want all the smoke from all the Hamilton fans. I want angry
come
DMs.
At us.
I want texts. I want death threats.
I will
Hamilton
respond.
is straight up corny.
I will respond. Dude, people... Okay, again, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for saying this because I haven't seen Hamilton. But I have listened to the soundtrack because I have family members who play it all the time. So I have the soundtrack pretty much memorized, right?
Yeah, same here.
Because it's just constantly playing. And I think the soundtrack is awful. So why would I watch the... People are like, no, you got to watch it. You got to... It's like, no, I don't like the soundtrack. Why would I watch it? It's like if I listened to, I don't know, some other soundtrack and was like another musical... I was like, why would I watch it if I don't like what it sounds like?
Right.
You know?
Right. I think it's because, too, we're like kind of hip-hop purists as well.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, that's true.
Listen, I want you to leave this in. I want
I
want angry people in my DMs about Hamilton.
Aside from David Diggs, like, who's an actual...
I like David. Right.
Yeah. He's in clipping or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, other than that, it's like, come on, guys. Come on.
I still think it's hilarious that there is a joint out there that has Nas, Dave East, A-Lo Black, and then Lin-Manuel Miranda. What happened? Okay, next question, because I'm getting too heated over something.
Yeah, I feel ya.
You have to eliminate one fast food chain from the face of the earth. Which one are you picking?
Jack in the Box.
Yeah, that's my answer too.
Yeah. Jack in the Box.
Did I tell you the one time I had like a cartilage sandwich from that place? No. So disappointed.
Like a full on like ear.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
disgusting.
So the more disappointing part is I paid $27 for this Jack in the Box order off Uber Eats.
$27.
Right.
Dog, how much Jack in the Box did you get? That's not Jack in the Box. That's Jack in the Crate, man. $27 at Jack in the Box.
It was a Jack in the Box haul. No. All I got was like fries and a burger and a sandwich. I was hungry. I was mad hungry.
Yeah, sure.
So burger, chicken sandwich, and a drink. Right. So it was a lot of food, but it should not be $27.
A Jack in the Box chicken sandwich.
Well, cartilage sandwich. Like I bit into it. First off, it's through Uber Eats, so it's not warm or anything. So like, even warm cartilage wouldn't have been great, but this was like room temperature cartilage. So I bite into it, and I was like, that's interesting.
It's cartilage.
Like when you accidentally eat the end of a wing.
Yeah. It's like, I take another bite. Texture's weird.
And I'm 4 bites in. Don't ask me why I went 4 bites in.
Hey, you were hungry. You were fiending, man.
I was mad hungry. And it was just all cartilage. The whole thing. Like, I swear, they had, like, a human knuckle. Like, some dude probably got his hand chopped off. And just, like, all his fingers ended up in my sandwich.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And the burger tasted, like, straight out of a cafeteria. It was bad. The fries were good, though. I mean, those curly fries are, like, pretty undefeated. But,
oh, my gosh.
I mean, still tastes like they've been fried in Vaseline or something like that. So
Styrofoam.
Sorry, I hijacked that. I just had to tell you about my cartilage experience.
That's disgusting. I'm trying to think of the worst food experience I've had. I haven't had a lot of. I kind of like. I'm super. I mean, I think most people are like this, but I get grossed out if food is like remotely. If there's anything that throws off the vibe of a place, or I'm just kind of an asshole about that. I'm not a picky eater. I'll eat whatever.
Yet somehow we will continue to go to pho restaurants on Aurora.
Yeah, we'll go in Seattle. There's a highway that goes through Seattle called it's called Aurora or Highway 99, and there's like a string of pho restaurants, but also like really sketchy hotels where lots of illegal activities are definitely going down. And some of these pho restaurants, there's probably some weird like Vietnamese mob stuff happening. Another mob reference, of course. But yeah, some nasty stuff. I got sick one time eating at one of these restaurants.
It's a bad pho restaurant, and you have to be bad to have a bad pho restaurant.
Yeah.
Like there's no like 95% of pho restaurants I've been to are good. Or it's just like pho, right? It all tastes the same.
It's just solid, yeah.
But then the other 5%, it's like that will mess you up heavy.
Yeah. It's nasty. Pho is delicious. I love Vietnamese
Pho is
food.
delicious.
It's just some people don't make it right. It's the same with Mexican for me. Like there's some places where you go and you're like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Are these refried beans or shit? Did somebody take a poop on my plate?
Straight diarrhea in my tacos. We said tacos don't have.
Like enchiladas are hard for me to eat sometimes because it's like someone just took a fat deuce on my plate.
Fat deuce.
And
the worst part is, if it's like that, you're still gonna eat it. Like you're not if you. That's the thing.
I would never send food back. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Like I will always eat the food that you give me,
right.
Especially if I paid for it and you went through the hassle of making it. Even if you if a hair fell into it, like I'm too much of a wimp to.
As dudes who were raised not to complain about food.
Yeah.
And also to just eat what's on your plate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And dudes who are just like, we don't. Yeah, I mean, if you buy something, you're gonna, treat it with respect. And
take it.
So
if someone gives you something, if you take it, you can't give it back. Not saying that's a good or bad thing. Just kind of how.
Also, if I have to send it back, then that means it's gonna be another 25 minutes or something like that.
It's also just
like,
impatience.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I'll just not go back, right? I learned from my mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to order another thing at a place that already made something bad.
The thing I was gonna say is if your enchilada already tastes like shit, it's coming out like 2 hours later.
It's just coming out the same because that's what it is.
As my dad would say, a rectum rocket. Got rectum rockets going on. If you were a fruit, what fruit would you identify as?
Mango.
Why?
Hard to peel, but once you get it, it's juicy AF.
Pause. Tropical.
Tropical. Colorful. Delicious. And
pulpy.
I was just gonna say that. Pulpy, stringy. If you have a bad one, it's stiff. But if you have a good one,
heavy pause. Heavy pause.
But if you have a good one, it is slimy and slippery.
Oh, pause. Okay. And the last question is, have you been convicted of any crimes? This is a safe place to admit it.
I feel like if I have, you would already know. Maybe.
Just say it for the people,
like,
please.
Actually
again,
convicted.
This is a safe community.
Like arrested or like convicted? Because there's like.
Right.
I haven't been either.
Have you committed any? Have
I committed a crime?
Crimes against humanity.
Against humanity.
And you can admit it on here.
Like war crimes?
Just crimes in general against humanity.
I have not committed any crimes against humanity.
Just animals.
Just animal kind. Just
put a hit out on a chipmunk or something like that.
No, no, I have not. I'm the kind of dude.
I swear this
who
is a
thinks,
safe place.
No,
just
dude, I haven't.
No, bro, just say it.
Fine, I killed a family in. No. I'm the kind of guy that can't even do so much as speed 3 miles over the speed limit, right? Like that. I'm just so. Whether it's a guilt thing, I don't know. Right. Maybe because maybe it's a religion thing. Raised.
Christian. To this day, I am still racked with guilt. I stole a like a caramel chocolate candy from a store one time. I remember I went into my bathroom, like in the very corner of the bathroom, and I locked the door and I ate it, like.
Wow.
In private, because I was so scared I was going to be caught.
Did you get caught?
No, I've never been
caught. Wow. The one time I stole something, I got caught.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I stole lemonade from Costco. But see, it was like, you know how there's like on the fountain sodas and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
It's water and lemonade right next to each other. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I got like a free water cup at the food court or whatever. And I was like,
it's okay, because I committed this crime like a year ago. 8 months ago.
Really?
I'm admitting it on here.
I thought this was when you were like 10, dog.
What?
Wait,
no.
Are you serious?
Not the chocolate, the lemonade. Like the lemonade.
No, I thought you were. I got so confused. I was like, dude, you like locked yourself in your bathroom? What?
No. This was like when I was, that was when I was like 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, this for me was when I was also like 8 or 10 or something. Oops, dropped that. This is when I was like 8 or 10.
See, you got caught though.
I did get caught because I admitted to it. Actually, what I did was, and I've told this story to a few people, but like we were leaving Costco and I had the water cup and I took a sip of it and I was like, this is tasty water. And my mom was like, what? Okay. It's It's
no,
water,
this water
bro.
is really good.
Yeah, I was like, no, you gotta try this stuff, but don't try it because then you'll know that it tastes like straight sugar. And she's like, I don't think is that water? I was like, oh, yeah. She's like, can I take a sip? And I was like, oh. I still gave it to her. And she was like,
what was the consequence?
Nothing.
Okay.
My dad was just like, don't. Well, he was joking. At that age, you can't really tell when your dad's being sarcastic. But he's like, I'm going to have you call Costco and apologize for
that's terrifying.
For taking the lemonade. If you could assassinate somebody without any moral consequence, who would it be? And it can't be Hitler.
I have a long list of people.
Maybe this was too much of a revealing question.
Yeah, this might be a little
okay. I mean, more so like I thought you would have like a second, like on a list of all the awful people, Hitler would be at the top, and then after that you'd have somebody. But clearly, you have a really long list of people that you really like to kill. I have a really long
list, like hit list of like people that are probably gonna hear the podcast too.
Damn.
Family members, close friends.
So if your option wasn't Hitler,
I'd say half of my followers on Instagram.
Yeah, so if your option wasn't Hitler, if you had to go back in time, there we go. Go back in time. Anybody in the history of anything.
Anybody in history.
Let's think of it more like you have to save the world. All right, because I don't want to throw you under the bus and make you admit to wanting to kill, your grandma or something, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is really easy. But maybe that's just me, because my list is like Hitler, followed by Stalin, and,
Mussolini was like a close
But I guess
second.
this is more of a self-interest thing for you.
Right.
It can be more self-interest, I guess.
Self-interest? I don't know, man. My list is too long.
Really?
I just have so many people I would...
Who's at the top, then?
Send a hit on. Who do you think will be at the top?
Who do I think? Well, see, I would probably know...
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes. It would be Lin. Manuel Miranda. I'm not just going to call him Lin. I'm not tight with him
does
like
not
that.
deserve that respect.
Yeah. So, I feel like I'm kind of just lobbing balls to you, and in baseball terminology.
Oh, okay. I watched the Netflix series Night Stalker about that serial killer in Los Angeles. Hold up. Yeah, I was just joking about having a long list, guys. I don't actually. Richard Ramirez. I would kill Richard Ramirez.
Okay. Cool. Commendable.
That documentary genuinely scarred me.
Really? Yeah, I don't really want to watch that now.
I have never seen The Devil, but when I saw him and there's a picture that keeps showing of his eyes and his face. I've never seen Satan except that.
Dude, that is what I hate the most about murder documentaries or serial killer.
Yeah.
Is they always show the creepiest photos of I mean, obviously the whole thing is creepy and awful and disgusting. Right. But
no, I mean, yeah, he had no specific targets. Ugh. It was just, and it was did things to children, did things to adults. But when you see the picture of his face, I've never seen. Even more so than a Charles Manson. Oh, God. I've never seen someone so evil looking before. So probably him.
Cool.
For sure.
Cool. That took you a long time to get to, but I believe you.
Sorry, I had to go through my list, my long list.
Yeah, there were people before
condemning
him.
A serial killer.
There were people before him, but you thought it would be too much. Okay.
Yeah, he's number 42 on the list.
On the topic of death. What would be the worst place to die? The worst place, and
that I've been, or just in general, because I can't say a place if I've not.
Yeah, a place that you've been. the worst place or like situation to die. More like it would be humiliating. The most
to just be known as the dude who died.
Yeah, who died here or died doing this thing or whatever.
I feel like dying of a heart attack inside of like that Popeyes gas station hybrid in
Oregon?
the middle of nowhere, Oregon. That would be pretty bad.
So we were on a road trip one time through Oregon, and there was a gas station and like Popeyes and like really small shopping center hybrid. And
I want to say it's a little past Salem, Oregon.
Yeah.
It's just
we were on the
nowhere.
way to Sisters, Oregon.
Shout out our boy DC.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. But
Doug.
Doug.
Doug. I didn't want to say his full name just in case.
Oh, whoops.
It's all good.
Yeah, so it was there was a Popeyes gas station shopping center hybrid on the road in Oregon, off the highway. And we stopped there not to get gas, but solely to Popeyes. And and
it was a good sandwich.
It was an Oregon gas station Popeyes.
Right.
So it was fine, So we stopped because we were like, let's get Popeyes on the side of the road. And so we did that, and we went inside, and already we feel gross because it's a gas station, it's a Popeyes, it's also a shopping center off of the side of the
it was
road
weird too because
Oregon.
We were in the Popeyes with a prostitute and then like a couple Proud Boys, I'm pretty sure.
What?
Like definitely had some sketchy.
Well, I did not notice that.
Okay, because it was the old dude.
Okay, well
and then it was like his son, and then there were some sketchy tattoos, and they were also like, no masks, talking.
Well, yeah, the old dude came up to us, and I think he could tell that we wanted to talk because we were looking at our phones. So he was like, well, you know what? I damn Democrats. Well, I can't wait till we have to take off these things. And I don't know why we gave him a Southern accent. That's awful. I don't think he was actually Southern.
We can cut this part out. It's all good.
So basically, this old guy comes up to us and is like, I can't wait till we get to stop wearing these damn things. And he pulls down his mask.
Spitting on us, basically.
It's like spitting on us. Yeah. And we just kind of ignored him. We were just kind of like,
I just want my chicken sandwich.
Cool. And that's it. Nothing crazy happened.
Nothing crazy.
I didn't know
like
that there
dying.
was like
imagine dying there though. Like
yeah, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, imagine dying in that Popeyes gas station, in Oregon, next to that old dude. Imagine getting COVID from that guy. Just like the most embarrassing because we wanted Popeyes. Because we stopped at the side in the middle of a road trip. We expressed
not just any Popeyes. It's like a gas station.
Yeah, we were like,
hybrid.
oh look, it's Popeye. We should stop. We didn't even need to fill up on gas. We didn't need to stop. There was no necessity to stop except
there was
to
an In and Out
Popeye.
like 2 miles away too, which was the worst part.
Why did we go to Popeyes?
I have no idea.
I think they accidentally gave me 2 chicken sandwiches, so I ate both of them.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to say it was on accident.
No, it was.
You don't have to try and hide the fact you ordered 2 chicken sandwiches.
No, it was fully on accident. I swear.
Okay. Just like 2 orders of fries.
Yeah, like 2
and the side of
Cokes,
shrimp. Mm-hmm.
And like the red beans or whatever.
The biscuit.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. So okay, that would probably be a very embarrassing and awful place to die. Imagine falling to your knees as you're like like your last breath leaves your body as you look up and you see the Popeyes, the last thing you see.
Oh.
With your living, breathing body. With your dying eyes, your bloodshot eyes that have all the oxygen sucked out of them.
The smell of like motor oil and chicken in your
the smell
nostrils.
of motor oil and cartilage and the glowing orange Popeyes logo. And all you can hear is, "Love that chicken at Popeyes." And you enter the gates of heaven, and it's already Popeyes. You're like,
you're stuck in a loop.
Welcome home.
That's more purgatory, though. No. The only difference between like heaven and Popeyes is with heaven, like you don't have diarrhea, right?
I love that sentence though. The only difference between heaven and Popeyes.
You know the commercial of the dude getting like the Popeyes at his door? He's like, "Baby, I got Popeyes." It's like, what?
I think the funniest thing about that, and I'm going to be completely candid here, is the demographics they're trying to pull. Like, I think that's the worst part about it, because you can tell by any restaurant jingle or advertising, literally just the demographic, like Domino's, you know? You look at, or like Coors.
Do they even have a jingle?
Domino's doesn't have a jingle, but like their commercials, it's like, yeah, Coors Light. It's like a dude with a really deep, like,
just masculine.
Makes
you feel really self-conscious when you hear his voice.
Yeah, it's like Coors
Ram
Light.
truck.
Ram truck. You know the demographic right away.
See, and you can tell when like for instance when McDonald's was trying to appeal to the youth, like when they had Justin Timberlake do the theme song.
I remember when ads started actually like using trap music as like, and now they're still doing it as if people still really listen.
Yeah.
Like I remember
it's like all like outdated trap kits too.
I still think my favorite ever is the Sprite Cranberry with claymation LeBron. I remember the earliest Sprite commercial I remember is one with CeeLo, where it was CeeLo in the studio or whatever. Yeah. And he like cracks open the Sprite and drinks it, and his like face opens up, and he's like, "Love that chicken at Popeyes,
baby, I got Popeyes." Do you have like a Subway sandwich phases? And maybe this is like, and maybe you don't, but like, okay, you do. So it'll be like once a year, maybe once every 2 years, you have like a month span of just like, wow,
I really want Subway.
I really want a Subway sandwich.
I want some of that vinaigrette all over the like salami. And
okay, do you change your order? I never change my order.
No, dude.
I've had the same order for like 7 years.
Same here, man. I always get the Italian thing, the Italian
BMT.
Yeah, that's
what's your go-to Subway order?
What?
What is your order like?
It's literally just right off the menu, whatever.
Oh, just the BMT.
Yeah,
okay.
Like I don't usually add anything except maybe like peppers or jalapenos or something.
Right. Damn.
It's because I'm too lazy. Like those kind of places, I'm just way too. It's so stupid, but I'm so lazy about like. Oh, now I have to think about what kind of.
I mean, all the bread tastes the same.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
like you can't.
And it's also like why it reminds you that you have bread and cheese and meat at home, and all you have to do.
You can't think about it for too long.
Yeah, because then you start feeling guilty. Like, why did I just spend $6 on this foot long that used to be $5? Remember when it was $5?
Yeah,
$5 foot long. Then they bumped it up to $6 because of inflation.
But it wasn't even a foot long. It was like 10.5 inches.
10.5 inches. That's what they say about me.
Yeah, me too.
No, you're. Let's be honest here, pal. Let's just.
I'm a foot long.
No, you're Popeye shrimping, man.
I'm shrimping. Heavy.
Yeah, don't worry, I am too, pal.
It's okay.
I'm more like a nugget.
Okay, do you know who I don't trust in life? Are people who get their Subway sandwiches untoasted.
Facts.
Well, I mean, you can't untoast, but like they just don't get their sandwiches toasted.
Yeah.
Like,
can you toast that and then untoast it for me?
Can you untoast it for me? No, I mean,
no, you're right.
Weird,
I always
bro.
toast my sandwich.
If you don't want Subway cheese melted,
You know, it's a bummer that
I feel like
Jimmy
melted
John's,
is the only edible form of civet.
Yeah. I'm surprised Jimmy John's doesn't toast their sandwiches.
I had Jimmy John's once, and I got
I remember
poisoning.
you told me about your awful experience with that.
Jersey Mike's.
I've never had Jersey Mike's. That kind of sketches me out for some reason.
I had a bussin' Philly cheesesteak, and I was not expecting it to be like
at Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, it was good. Maybe it's because I was like hella low blood sugar. So.
Oh yeah, true.
That probably.
I think it's just because there's Jersey in the name and also Mike. Like that really bothers me. Jersey.
Right, would you trust a guy named Mike with your life?
There's only maybe 2 Mikes that I know that I would
actually
trust.
Both the Mikes I know I would trust in my life.
Yeah. One is like a doctor, and the other is
a doctor. They're both doctors.
Wait, how many Mikes do you know that are doctors? I only know.
I think
one.
we're thinking about the same 2 Mikes.
Wait,
I know two Mikes off the top of my head.
I know 2. Well, the first,
and you know both of them, but you might not be.
Oh, I'm talking about one Mike that we both know, and the other Mike you probably don't know. One Mike that I'm talking about is like an anesthesiologist.
Yes, the other Mike I'm talking about has an Asian daughter.
What's that cheesesteak place in Rainier Beach or Columbia City?
King's Philly cheesesteak.
Shout out King's Philly cheesesteaks.
Let's go get cheesesteaks.
I hope we get sponsored by King's.
Shout out King's.
Shout out King's.
Please sponsor us.
Just watch this and you don't have to give us anything.
A cheesesteak would be appreciated though. I mean, at least for me. I'm not speaking for my boy here, but
I would always take a free cheesesteak.
I would take multiple free cheesesteaks.
We're just gonna show up and buy so many cheesesteaks.